Has reality acid caused a sacrifice in your life? These days, sneaky auras are everywhere. That's why you need Naturalize. Naturalize stops those blue shenanigans instantly, allowing you to get back to your natural state. Naturalize. Don't let reality acid affect you.
Available at all fine Singer superstores.
All right, everybody. It's Deluxe. It's Saturday. You know what that means. Time for some Pauper goodness. All right, Sharazma and Chimpskey and AZN2K2 in the house. Thank you so much for joining me nice, bright, and early. Our little clock shenanigans have happened. So we're either an hour late or early, depending on where you are on this blue ball of ours. This is one of my favorite lists of all time. Blue Robot, also known as Ninjas, also known as just low to the ground craziness. We've got 16 lands. 4 of them are seats. That's all you need to know about that. So I'm going to move over the casting costs here so we can get a nice view of this beautiful list here. So the rest of this is just craziness. We have the 4/4 package of Walkers and Ornithopters. If you hear a little funny thing with my voice last night, I caught whatever my son had, which is just a slight cold. So I'm not coughing, I'm not sneezing, I'm not doing anything, and there's just a soreness. So hopefully the frog doesn't come through the frog mite in my throat. We got 2 Gingerbrutes, 2 Silver Ravens, 4 Network Disruptors. This is fantastic for getting a blocker out of the way. Taps a permanent. Wingcrafter, very, very underplayed in Pauper. This is crazy. You can play this, this, and this, and you have 3 flyers on turn 1 with 10 ninjas behind it. Speaking of those, we've got 4 moon circuits. We've got 4 deep hours. We have 3 Mistblades main. This is kind of our removal. We're not running really any tricks in this list. It's just draw, smash. And once they get things on board, we block with our fodder. We've got 4 of 1 mind, 4 Thoughtcast, and all 4 Smoke Shrouds. Very big fan of discarding the Smoke Shroud to the circuit, and then everything happens. Craziness. I used to run the token generator dude. Just found that was kind of a win more thing, and I almost never liked seeing it unless I was winning more. So what happens here, and what I've done here, is you'll notice these are all non-human creatures, and we have exactly 16 of them. And then over here we have all these human folk, and then we have exactly 16 of them. Oh no, I lied. We do have 1 in there. I was considering that, and then I do need that finisher. So we have 3, 4, 12 ninja effects and a whole lot of ways of getting there. In our sideboard, we've got the 6 package of Hydroblast, 2 blasts, 3 curfews, which is super good in this list because we've got this, we can reset Wingcrafter in a weird pinch. 1 Hermetic Study. I found the Longbow a little too expensive in this list. A lot of times we are pitching lands to our Moon Circuit hacker after the 3rd or 4th one, and a bit of a liability there. So I kind of like this in there. I know there's the other enchantment that does it too, but I figured 1 was good enough. This is mostly for the Gates matchup and fairies. We've got this little package here and 2 relics. Close it out. Ultra Volcarine. Woo! Good times. All right, so I don't know how many. We'll try to play 4 rounds today. Might play even more because this deck can win really, really, really fast. And depending on how I'm feeling later today, I might actually take this one to a league because I'm gonna guard that, because every time I lead off with like this thing hasn't lost and blah blah blah, and then we run into just like these perfect scenarios where these what do you call nemesis matchups, right? And if you saw the top of the show, big shout out to Paul Grassoff, also known as Sir Ramsey's Toothmaker of Chatsuk online. He's the voice behind Gigadrows, and he voiced our new commercial Naturalize and Reality Acid. It's kind of a dual threat sort of commercial that I threw together. I was very, very pleased with myself for not doing it too quickly. I've literally sat on that for about 14 months. I've had this in the can. I've had the shots, local video shoot sort of thing worked on, and the effects were all set. And I'm like, I just can't, the script just didn't feel natural until I used Naturalize, and it was more about that than it was Reality Acid. So if you saw the top of the show, if you don't know about it, you can just go to our videos on YouTube and pick and choose. There you go. Boom. Good times. All right, Pauper, Tim in the house. Good to have you with us. So yeah, I've been I don't know what's going on with the queue over here. Where is everybody? Let's see what's going on over here. Come on over here. All right, we've got this and this. Let's move this over here. 1-on-1, that's what that means, right? All right, so I guess we'll kill this. That's right when, oops, that's right when somebody shows up, right? I'll just jump in and rune 48 here and see if we can get things moving here. All right, everybody. Yeah, Blue Robot, we've had a lot of versions of it, but this is about as close as it gets to it. We'll say yes to this. We've got one. We've got, boy, I don't know. Got a Shinobi, that's about it. I'm going to mulligan this just in case. We only do have 16 lands here, so we got no lands there. All right. Here we are. Come on now. If you saw the very, very top of the show, it's our Ixalan picks. Oh, my goodness. A triple mulligan to start the show. Okay, well, that's fair. We'll do that. Get rid of that. Oh, we got to get rid of one more. I'd rather scry in this scenario, so I'll get rid of the disruptor here. Cancel that. We'll get rid of this, and the Thoughtcast. Yeah, I'd rather have two creatures in case they got early removal. This is a pretty bad scenario here, coming out with this, but that's how it is when you stream, right? Silver Raven showing up. Not the greatest card. You could also run the Fairy Seer. I just love that this is an artifact creature. Did a lot of work on the balance of this list, and we're going to throw that on the bottom. Finally got to catch a stream. It's been forever, says Groovy Hut Lord. Good to have you with us. Hopefully you bring us a little bit more luck, because a triple mulligan is kind of rare for this list. Usually one land's enough, but we just had 2 deep hours and no Moon Circuit hackers, so that kind of was like, ugh. So even a human draw here is okay. This is, not going to lie, not looking good. We probably should have kept the Thoughtcast knowing that we would have drawn that. We already put one of these on the top of the list, which is kind of frustrating. By kind of, I mean it is. Once we get another land, though, we'll be in good shape. Actually, we don't really need another land. We just need a human to show up. Or one of our mini ninjas. But what you're seeing right now is an anomaly. This deck usually comes out screaming, and we usually have a ninja drawing for 2 by now, and sometimes with flying. Remember that Wingcrafter? I actually think Glitter Affinity should make room for that over like a Frogmite. It would help their of one mind. A lot of those lists are only running 3. Another observation I've had is what's that armor I'm sometimes fond of using? Yeah, this is a whole lot of weenie nothingness going on right now. We just need a human. Nurok Stealth Suit. I think might be kind of cool for, what do you call, Blue Serpent to run one of those. Not many more than that, just one. Give it Shroud and keep it moving. Yeah, sometimes those old cards can come back and people forget about them and such. So if you're a blue pilot, I would think you might want to mess around with just one of those. Just one. Here comes the blocker. If we don't, any land, any humans good here? Not sure. Okay. Uh-oh. We might get blown out by a, I thought this was just some sort of white weenie build the way they were first playing that. Alrighty. Yeah, so I got a little frog in my throat last night, speaking of frog mites, and then cut myself shaving really badly this morning. Alright, here we go. Got the house all quiet as usual. Come on, Rune. Remember, we triple mulligan, so if we lose this first game, that's fine. Let me put down Boros here. Boop. Alrighty. Well, Smoke Shroud shows up. I don't mind if that dies. There's nothing else to do, so I'm just going to throw this on the Raven. And we'll just attack. Happy to trade out here. Between the triple mulligan and then choosing of one mind over Thoughtseize, which seemed justified at the time because we have an even mix of humans and artifact creatures, or non-human creatures, I should say. Seems a little frustrating, but let's see if we get cannonaded here. Probably not with a Glint Hawk out. My wife found this really cool tea company called Stash, S-T-A-S-H, here in the States anyway. I don't know if they're worldwide. Man, they have a Asian pear tea that is just like easily the best tea I've ever had. We're fine if they journey here because our Shroud's just going to come back once we ninjafy something. Any new cards sent? Yeah, I like that Edict effect. If you saw the very top of the show, Ultra Volcarine, or if you go to our community tab on YouTube right now, you'll see that's our blue Rancor, by the way. Smoke Shroud's just going to keep coming back. You'll see our 4 picks. I didn't pick the Goblin. My argument against on that is get 2 Lava Runner. Nobody plays that, and it's pretty much the same card. 2/2, and then it doesn't really do much after that. I think after the first week or two, you're not going to see any of that potential 2/2 Goblin. There's just too much good stuff in red already. So, all right, we've got an in. If we draw a Ninja, which I will try. Hopefully it's Deep Hours here. Would be a really good draw. No. Oh, we get rid of the 1. We get the 2. Jeez, oh, Pizzo, this is rough. I'm not going to lie. This is like seriously the worst draw I've ever had with this list, and I've played this for plus or minus 5 cards for about 2 years now with different iterations. This is real bad beats here. We're going to see this fly out of the gates, I promise you. I've been tempted to run those goggles from that rare set with the Avenging Hunter and stuff. I forget. It like scries and then draws you a card. I was like, holy crap. That's pretty good. Hopefully we can turn on their aggro and we can get things rolling here. Even if we draw the Bounce Ninja, we'll be in good shape here. We're going to just take this. Be funny to draw a Moonblade. Is it Mistblade or Moonblade, the one that bounces? I don't know. Well, this is really, really terrible. The potential for this, they're both going to cost 3. I've only got 2 artifacts out. We're probably going to draw a human. I think I'll draw into that. Okay, we did draw that. That's pretty good news. Depending on what we get here, I'll just attack here for 1. Keep a 1 blocker back. We turn on Mistblade Shinobi. We'll be able to get rid of all that glitters. But like I said, this is worst case scenario here, people. So we'll probably attack first and then I'll have 1 mine because we'll have a human out. And then hopefully we can get things clogged up on the top here. Considered running Campfire in this list. It does draw a lot of cards, but we have Hydroblasts and all that stuff for everything else. So this is frustrating because, of course, Skyfish is going to represent a blocker. I think we've lost this first one. We triple mulliganed, and then we drew some of the worst scenarios I've seen this list capable of. So, oh, good. Fabi Bisher. My father almost got to play that guy, according to him anyway. So, Salinas around 72, I think it was. Salinas, California. It was a local master that came to town, and my dad got written up in the paper for having beaten him. He taught me, take your opponent to uncharted waters and sink them. All right. We're in just death bait here. I don't even know if it's worth we're going to lose a ninja. We bounce and then what? Yeah, I'd rather just not show them what we're on. We're just going to, that was like that was the worst start possible. Okay, we're going to have some red in this. I don't know about how much is going to show up. Gingerbrute, I could probably get rid of at least one of those, probably a Silver Raven. Let's get rid of maybe 1 Mistblade. We do want to cloud up the skies with this. I want to make room for 1 more thing. Probably, maybe lose 1 Smoke Shroud. They do have a lot of flyers, so I just want to bring in 4 Hydroblasts for the inevitable. Look at our list here. I think we're all right. Let's go. Good sir, can you click to your purple chat button on Twitch? Click your purple chat button. Yeah. Okay. There. Alrighty. Yes, I want to play first. Can we get... Okay, we're a bit flooded here, but we've got an early ninja. We'll keep. After I triple mulligan. Deet, 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 deet. Here we go. Hopefully we don't see a natural mountain zap the Ornithopter. After the person's... You know, Ornithopter isn't too new. It used to be I was the only one that ran it. Now it's kind of all over the place, given that all that glitters lists. Okay, we'll bring this out, pretend like we have a Hydroblast, and there we go. We can Moonblade pretty easily. I always think that Moonblade is 4, but it really is only 3. So that's a pretty darn fast token generator, right? Okay, what do we have here? Turn on our ninja, replay, reset, good times. I do like walkers in this because if they do have some sort of cannonade effect, we can get through it. So if we had this in our opening hand with a Wingcrafter, that would be 3 flyers, as I mentioned. A lot of people are like, what are you talking about? And it's like, it happens pretty often. Hopefully it'll happen today. 2 artifacts for our Thoughtcast. I don't know what our opponent's doing. Maybe grabbing a refill of whatever libation of their choosing. We will attack with the Ornithopter. This is a super obvious play here. Just what ninja is it? It's this one. Next turn, it'll be the other one. We will say yes to yes. And we get another ninja. This is more like it, even though we're a bit flooded here, which is fine. We've got our most expensive spell in Moonblade. At about 3 or 4 mana, you want to stop playing your mana and use it for fodder for your Mistblade Shinobi. So, okay, step showing up, cycling that. What is this? Okay. I don't know if I want to focus on that or the other thing. I believe we're just going to draw a whole hell of a lot of cards here. Let me come on over with everything. I'd rather get the ninja out. I'll get some options on the board. It's what last game should have been like. This deck usually gets out so fast, but I mean a triple mulligan is very painful for any deck. So what you're going to do, I don't know. Most likely if they have a haste creature, it will be on the ground. And so we'll bring back the Walker for that. Yes, I want to use the ability. Now we can do all kinds of stuff. Cast this. We've got 3 artifacts. So we'll love on Mind here. Yeah, the Baldar. Something of Baldar. That's the one with those goggles. We will love on Mind. We've only drawn 3 cards. Let's make it 5 this turn. Next turn's going to be a whole hell of a lot more. Especially if we draw an artifact. All right, let's go. So it was very tempting to run like Snap or Vapor Snag, that sort of thing in this list, but you just want more and more stuff. You just really, really clog the ground, and your counter magic's only to keep things away. Really thought about running Envelop for like Arms of Hadar and the other one that's 1 less in black. That can really do you in. Can you do cup on head? Huh? I'm not sure what the hell the chat's talking about here. Telling me to press chat and then these weird references. I'm just trying to win a game of Magic here. So even here with the, if a Skyfisher did come out, we could Smoke Shroud one of the ninjas, which is usually a blah play. You don't really want to do that too often. Cannonade's a little frustrating here. Let's see what they are going to discard. That means you put your coffee mug on the top of your head. Okay, there you go. Anybody screen grabbing this? All right, we've got our protection spell. I probably should have attacked first. Let's do this. I'm going to turn on our dude, and we're just going to sit back because we're going to be drawing so many cards this turn. I don't really need to Thoughtcast here, so we'll turn this on and just, this is for like a cannonade effect. Bloop. This game's pretty much over, I would think. Famous last words, always yes. Yield. Yes. Okay, and yes. Alrighty. We've got all kinds of goodies. I already played my land. We're sitting pretty there. Even if we have to discard, we just throw the Smoke Shroud out and good times next turn. So there you go. One bad thing about drinking coffee, the way my throat feels right now, it kind of accentuates whatever that thing is. It feels like I ate a sulfuric match or something. So, well, that implies they don't have much other removal, so we'll try to keep our tempo up here, keep our engine online. Just go like this. They could have Journey here. It's probably Skyfisher returning Lembas. And this is why I like to run the bounce ninja. I had one, then two, one in the side, and I'm like, you know what? It's kind of like the only answer for sky shenanigans. So sneak on over and boom. Looks like we're going to game 3. This looks really over. I think our opponent was like, what is this jank? And now he's like, oh crap. It's like, yeah, that's what happens when you don't triple mulligan. Yeah, I'll just be running right into this. Is it going to replay the Limbus? Yep, you do your thing. Booyah. Make no mistake, this is in my top 5 favorite lists. I just adore this list. Please be Lembas. Okay, it's a journey. Bye-bye. I don't know which one's it going to be. Okay, that's that one. We'll trade even here. Boop, boop, boop. Off we go. We got ninjas, and this is when we just love this little lady. There's so many things we can do here. Does this cost full on yet? Nope, it doesn't. So we'll play this is an artifact creature if you look closely. Boink. And this is when she just really shines. It's like a Pestermite, 3 times less the cost. It's pretty great. We'll do this. I mean, this is just getting ugly, right? We'll play this out. Sure, maybe we'll get another one, right? Okay, let's attack. We'll leave this back. We'll return his little Glinthawk engine. Okay. Alrighty. Doink. Told you. I like how we're rolling here. Smoke Shroud's usually MVP, but they have so many flyers that I think 3s feels good there. Nice one. Yeah. And we don't even have to worry about, what do you call, Standard Bearer, right? These gut shots are for fairies and for sacred cats, as is this. Nice little flexibility route there. We're going to roll this back. Bloop. Here we go. Leaning a little heavier on the humans after board. Silver Raven, probably the weakest card in the list, but it is an artifact. It is a non-human. It does scry. It's a lot of card. Shows the potential of this. I was playing Flying Men, the original Arabian Nights 1-drop, 1 flyer. That's talk about getting nostalgia back, but you just keep throwing in more ninjas in the I'd much rather always have that Mistblade show up than that. Okay, we've got everything outside of like a first turn destruction here. We'll say keep. Really would like to see just a basic island in case, you know, they did side in like Gorilla Shaman, because that if we are stuck on a seat and we can't get that second land or you know, because of that, I think the right play instead of Ornithopter Network is seat Ornithopter pass, so we can Hydroblast if they do have any sort of answer, because we are going second. Yeah, Artificer's Assistant, can you bring that up in the chat? The artifact of this one, that's an artificer. The bird that I chose is an artifact, and it does come up sometimes. So that's just a birdie. It does let you scry quite a bit, but we tend to scry all at once. Here we go. Close call. Alrighty, in case they have a basic, I think we're going to lean on this. We'll keep that Network Disruptor back. Usually that's the play. You don't want to really rush those out, as we saw, because they get that crucial ninja hit in early and often. So I'm just going to pass here. And we could have 3 artifacts at the beginning of next turn with a Thoughtcast, but I ain't going to go that route in case we... You know, the seat's the only thing we have. It's almost too quiet in this room now. It's like, gosh, I thought you would have been brewing with Mearsmith by now. Mearsmith. I don't even think those fly, do they? Yeah, and that's why. Okay, well, we could have gotten a little more reckless there. Really would need an island here. It would be really relaxing. We don't get it. Like, no reason to not play that. We'll attack, we'll activate Ninja, and hopefully we get a... you know what, an island, because then we can have a Hydroblast backup, and then really feels like the game's ours at that point. I know it seems very early to say that, but it does seem to go that way. Okay, not what we needed. Terrified now of a Gorilla Shaman. Usually that's not really a good card against us because our artifacts are creatures. We only have 4 seats, but there are those scenarios. And this might be one of them. Yeah, I know it was downshifted. I just swarming the board with 1/1s that anything can block. If they were flying, it would make a lot more sense to me, but got to make some artifact tokens, right? Or this could be casting a fire on our seat. Oh boy, that is probably the most welcomed Wellspring I've ever seen. I was so casting a fire, Gorilla Shaman with, it could have eaten the seat for the same mana. Definitely feeling a wee bit protected citizen there. So island here, I think I still hold back. Or I probably Wingcrafter onto the ninja. We really have to guard here. So, they're very eager to be doing something this turn. We can Network Disrupt if we do draw an island now, which is good times. We'll get in that. Come on, island. Alrighty, it is not island. I'm going to disrupt here. Take a chance. A lot higher percentage to draw a card here, or an island, which we could still blank with. Network Disruptor doing some work. Regardless. Oh, yes. I don't know why I said stop. Thank you. Discard a card. Okay. We like everything. I'm going to get rid of a Gingerbrute here. I'll play the island. Thank God. And we're set. Now we can... that Mistblade's going to be doing some work. The Walker's probably going to trigger that. Keep my finger off of F6. It's a bit of the first game, triple mulligan, almost no lands. Now, running into something similar here. I'm going to let this go. Not our optimal turns here, but we're fine. Griffin MTG in the house. There's the deck list. Perfect amount of humans and non-humans to maximize Thoughtcast. So I did have preordained in a few of these builds, and I was noticing the 1-drops are so flooded with just getting creatures out and effects. I was like, you know what? I have 8 ninjas that draw, and I have 8 cards that draw hardcast 2, and they usually cost 1 very early. So I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah, it just screams that we have Hydroblast at the ready. Maybe we don't. Maybe we're bluffing. I did grow up in casinos after all. Alrighty, there's that. Happy to run that ninja right into the Glinthawk. It's our only offense right now. Let's go. Alrighty, I'll let that go. We've got 4 artifacts. Again, this is an artifact creature. So things are looking all right here. Yeah, we could do that to that. I don't know if I really want to be returning this, so I'm going to pretend this is kind of a dead card right now. We've got the obvious, Moon Circuit, but then we're naked. But we do draw 2 cards with that line. Let me attack here. Since we can draw a land and save the day, I think I will do that. I really want to bring back that Network Disruptor. This would be really good maybe for a Skyfisher, but I don't know, kind of turning on that engine as the game goes to mid to late here. I mean, I draw 2 regardless. I don't really need the Mistblade. I actually think in case we whiff on land, I might want to just do this. Let me do this to here. I could bring back, I could have brought back the original, but I'm fine with this, just in case we don't hit anything else. We could bounce that. What's that? He plays that. probably maximizes the land there. We might not hit a land here, so I'm gonna let this just resolve. Yep, let's go. Draw some cards. Yes. Discard a card. Sure. Okay, discard that. Yes. Of One Mind is here. Okay. A little marooned on lands. It's okay. Our Ninja of the Deep Hours is going to be a 3/3. We got to keep the respect of Hydroblast back here. Maybe, you know, could have Thoughtcast there, found an island, accelerated there, but I don't know. Is this a misclick? Oh, he's got Cannonade. He's going to attack first, then Cannonade, maybe? Didn't want that to survive it, I guess. Don't forget to attack first. Cycling. It's a strange sequence of events here. Not casting a fire anymore. All that glitters. Okay. Our Mistblade Shinobi is feeling very happy now. I mean, they got to remember we have a Network Disruptor. We just returned it, so a little whiff on our opponent's part there. Good. We'll play the Disruptor. Tapping this. Okay. Going to be really, really patient here. We're going to attack like this. So many decision trees here, but I'm just going to bring out the ninja here. Bring this out. We'll say yes to this. Okay. Yes. Once this hits, bam. We return that. Bye-bye glitters. Okay. Very good against serpent lists too. Yes. We don't really need land anymore, do we? I'll get rid of the land. Okay. Yes. Discard a card. Sure. Ornithopter. And return. Yes. And here we go. I mean, we're just sitting on these cards. I just really want to respect this. Maybe could have pitched Wingcrafter and kept the island. We'll probably draw into it, though. Be real careful here as to what we're countering. Yeah, we don't like this. All our stuff's gone if they have an answer for this, which they might. They've got 5 cards in their hand, but we can rebuild pretty fast here. So anything they play now, we just return. Again, you want to return that Disruptor a lot of times here because in this sort of matchup where they clog the air, we get them. So deck really tried to, or MTGO really tried to screw us there. But the power of the deck showed up, which I'm not surprised at. Let's just jump on here. See what we can do, guys. So we beat Boros, pretty standard list. Yeah, I was too. Okay. Pretty frustrated here because, you know, we've got Of One Mind and everything else, but we'll keep this. Do we don't? 3 lands, it's a lot. We don't really have. I'm going to mulligan this, actually. Much better. We'll keep this. Throwing back probably. I guess we have to throw back a Walker. We'll keep this. Throw back a Walker. Done. I like their taste in planes. Not so much the artwork, but the frame. Very cool. Old school. Nothing against John Avon. Pretty hard to discredit that guy, right? Okay. Well, I wish I would have thrown back a land at this point, right? So this is a neat scenario. So if they have a flyer, let's say they, I don't know, they cast a Leonin Skyguard or something. Then we tap it with the Disruptor, attack with the Moon Circuit Hacker, we're good to go. Don't sleep on this card. bad card in a lot of lists, and this list really shines, as we've already seen. Glint Hawk, tap down, forgot, boom, return, game over. Do we have a flyer? Well, that's interesting. That suggests they have just a crap ton of removal in their hand. In this scenario, sure, we'll just come on over with Gingerbrute and turn on our ninja. Same difference. Now instead of taking 0, you take more. Here we go. Bloop. Gingerbrute's so important with all the Monarch and Initiative decks out there that you might run into. It's always nice too with that and the Raven. You can side them out and have quite a bit of open space for things. A lot of creatures in this. I think it's 32-ish. All right, there we go. Looks like a white weenie list. We're probably going to get Anthem to death if they have their way with us. There we go. Thank you, Network Disruptor. I love you so much. This is when we really want to see Smoke Shroud show up, because if they do have critters, they're going to be in of the 1/1 variety. Let's do this. We'll disrupt that. And then I'm just going to attack with Deep Hours. Boop. I just love that. It's like Pestermite's little brother. Or little sister. Whatever the hell that thing is. I'm offending the Ether Realm. Here we go. Boop, boop, boop. Ninja to ninja. Take that sucker. Woo, you know more's coming. Good times, Deep Hours. I wish they'd come out with some alternate art there. Nothing against the art. It's just, this is pretty typical now. Flooding the board against a deck that likes to flood the board. If you know what shows up, meaning the Smoke Shroud, it'll get really out of hand pretty quick. Got 2 artifacts on board. 3 with the Gingerbrute. No, it costs a double Thoughtcast. Dreamer Stingo arriving late. Excited to see. Yeah, just 2 of them. Got an even split with humans and non-humans. So when we do have discrepancies, I don't have to blame the math. Thankfully, ninjas are humans. Okay, no reason not to attack, right? I could see why they maybe got rid of my Phyrexian Walker. They wanted to keep attacking on the ground, right? So it's not the worst move. It's okay. That's kind of a pain in the butt. And the life gain is going to be a bit of a chore. I was thinking of running Aura Flux in this. Don't really have to worry about our enchantments much. All right, we like this. Or do we? Skyfisher could really clog things up here. Yeah, I think I attack here. Just all in here. Oh, wait, no. With the flyers, the block here. This gets through a return a ninja for what? Maybe we slow roll this a little bit. Or really stultify him with Skyfisher. Make it unblockable. We have 3 artifacts right now. Let's make it with haste. Let's have some fun. I'm going to attack. Do we just want to draw or do we want to bounce? Let's do both. Top of the morning to you. He's like, what sort of devilry is headed our way, right? Okay, there we go. That will go down. We will go like this. Do that. And we'll do this. Notes after combat, we will lose our dude. I just really want to kind of stall the skies here. And we'll return this. It is 2 mana. They've only got 3 right now. Just Really trying to gum up the board here. Anything here is good. That's very good. We'll play this back out. We've got a pretty lucrative turn next turn. I really, really, really want to see even another Network Disruptor or our Smoke Shroud show up. Yeah, we've already seen some life gain here, so I'm just trying to draw on some answers here and hopefully keep tying up their mana here. Of course, at this stage, Skyfisher is almost a good thing. They bounce a land, and then they have hit their 4th land drop, right? Hopefully they don't see that line. I don't know what's in their hand. They might have a better play. Okay, there's that. Yeah, it's probably Skyfisher return a land, then play that Inspector that's been in exile. That Bugler is a bit of a chore. I like this play. They've got 3 or more. Here we go. Okay. It's a 3/4, folks. We've got only 1 flyer. We'll just take this. Can always block with Brute, sack, gain the life. All right, Skyfisher to return the Grange, I would imagine. Nice little sequence. I don't know if we're going to be able to close this out with the life gain. It's about 3 or 4 life they've gained now, courtesy of Lunarch Veteran. Earning their keep for sure. 15 to 15. We Smoke Shroud just in time. Okay, so that's a 3/3 ninja. That's good times. Considering bouncing the militia now, this can get very clogged very quickly, this list. So let's disrupt. What? We're gonna Smoke Shroud the ninja. Now, if we do this, we could tap down the Skyfisher. We attack with both of these. He might choose to block there. Actually, I'm fine if he does that. Let me do that. It's one of those things I think, rewatching this later, I'll be like, what was I thinking? I should have done X, Y, and Z there. Which is this running? Too much. We'll just attack and draw some cards here. If I attack with everything, block, we lose 2 ninjas. He loses this guy. And then we draw. Regardless, we just draw anyway. So let's just attack here with this dude here. We can threaten a block here, even though that idyllic whatever is going to show up. Draw some cards. Probably regretting that journey to nowhere at this stage. Let's see a card, please. Okay. Couldn't have been of one mind, could it? 1, 2 artifacts. Let's make it 3 and pass the turn, unfortunately. We've got... This is when Gingerbrute really shines. Our opponent's going to have plenty of flyers. But a 3/3 flying ninja is nothing to sneeze at, right? Sounds like 1985. Go to the VHS store and get all your goods. All right. Even another Mistblade here. We turn this on. We bounce either one of these. Delicate dance here with all these come into play effects. Battle Screech clogging up the skies. Okay. Even another Smoke Shroud here. There's a reason I'm running all 4 of them. It's almost always a good draw. Better write this down. White weenie. Look at our sideboard here. Maybe some gut shots. Hermetic Study for sure. I think I'm just going to bring in Hermetic Study. That should just about do it. I don't think our Relic's really worthy of inclusion here. Of course, I'm going to think differently once this triggers, right? Opponent's getting healthy on life. White Weenie doing what White Weenie does. I don't think we've hit hard enough yet. Skyfisher showing up. Okay. We have 3 artifacts at the moment. That feels pretty good. If I attack with the ninja, meaning this one, Smoke Shroud falls off. No, that only happens after combat. All right, well, let's make them give haste here. Try to put some little fear into them here. Here we go, attack. Boom, boom. Thank God for Gingerbrute. Maybe I should have 3. Bring this here, returning this. Drawing, saying yes to everything. Bloop. Good times, even that's fine. We'll play this out because it's better than paying mana. I believe this will cost 2. Yep. Draw some cards. Even an Ornithopter here is fine. This is fine. Now our Thoughtcast will cost 2. Really set on lands. I kind of wish we had more seats, so our opponent might be tempted to overboard, bringing in like, dust to dust, which is usually pretty bad against us. I mean, it doesn't do what it's supposed to. It gets rid of tiny little creatures. So very happy to get rid of that 3/3 ninja because it'll put the shroud in the yard. Thoughtcast's going to bring up some good times. Hopefully we don't see another Journey to Nowhere here. Very happy to have any long games here since I've got all new hardware. I can play for 10 hours if I want to. Okay. The life gain's going to be a problem. It's just a race to see when he's going to draw Eagles of the North here. That's really frustrating. Our little ping effect will be able to keep these bird tokens and Lunarch veterans off to the edges on games 2 and 3 in theory. Yep, we're hitting for a little bit. They're gaining a little bit of life. It's making a big difference. Clocks are about the same. We're 4 cards up. This is when quality should win out. I mean, they have quality in creatures, but we've got quality in card draw. Don't like that. We'll play here. Any ninja. Alrighty, well, we get a flyer out of the deal. Nothing to sneeze about. Yeah, we'll play the Raven just to see what's coming up next. Okay. Don't need that. Bottom. Wingcrafter. What shall we choose you for? I mean, I guess I'm going to do this here, representing something. I guess we put this on Mistblade. I kind of want to put this on something that's going to be returned. I don't know if I play the Wingcrafter here. They might do a I could put this on the ninja again. See if they want to trade their tokens or their Skyfisher with a token, probably. Can't be blocked. Stone Ninja. Let's go. Got 3, 4 flyers. We could make it 5, 6 with the Wingcrafter's ability. Depending on how he blocks here is when I'll make that decision. Suggest that they have another Battle Screech in hand. Good news, they probably don't have Eagles with this play. A 4 for 1 I'm fine with. Sure. Board feels a lot more attainable. They do gain 4. That blows, but the skies aren't as threatening with that Eagles of the North top deck. So our air attack isn't all that impressive now, so that Skyfisher might be tempted to come over, which is what I'm hoping for, because if they keep one blocker back, our Wingcrafter might be able to seal the deal. Double Smoke Shroud in the yard, very relevant. What is this? Desperation. Oh, that's a little too big of a word for this scenario. They're at 20 life. Blue Robot. We've got artifacts, which include the robot part of it. Here we go. Down a minute. Talking too much. Let's see what we got. There are no way dying anytime soon. Another Thopter. We'll play it. More blockers in the air. Fine with that. We'll do the haste thing. Do the haste thing if you want to. Other flying decks can be a bit of a pain for this list. Gingerbrute can shine there. We can sometimes clog the board and just have those alpha swings and enough Mistblades show up. But I don't think we got to pay attention to our clock here, because about the 10-minute mark we might want to just concede, given the inevitability of Eagles of the North. Representing that we've got like a counter spell in our hand here. What is the ability on that? It's a sorcery, right? Oh, just a creature, okay. And for strike. Relevance. Okay, cool. I think I want to block this. I don't believe these are going to be doing much of anything in this game. Let's try this and this. That'll do it. Let's see how that does. They're not getting in anyway. Might as well stop the bleeding here. They gain a life unless they have some sort of trick. All right. That's fine. The board's getting a lot more manageable the last 2 turns. Recommission. Devastating. White getting to draw their cards. And let's hope they whiff on this. Just in Dawnbringer. Okay, that does 0. Even Smoke Shroud just does nothing there. Locks and ninjas all day long. Only 2 flyers on our opponent's side. That's really, really frustrating. If we can get another Mistblade going, we can at least return Skyfisher, although it's not the best play at this point, but it's kind of our only in. We really need to draw our little token engine dude here, right? All right, that really sucks. Do this with haste. No reason to play that other land. You got to keep an eye on our clock here, guys. So I'm probably going to take this to a league later today. Tempted to see if White Weenie's in the metagame much. Imagine with all the red, there's probably quite a few white-based decks out there. Been some interesting league results lately. Come on, we got 2 cards. One of them has to be a counterspell, right? Yeah, this is getting away from us really quick here. Life gain going. It's when I really want Fade Away to show up. Too bad I don't have it. Bing, bing, bing. Come on, list. Gotta draw, gotta draw. Is he gonna bring this dude out? He does. Okay, that's fine. Gonna get rid of a Smoke Shroud, maybe? Nope, he gains life instead. I would have got rid of a Shroud there. But they don't know the list, so what are you going to do? Come on over. Well, there's a Deep Hours. That'll help a little bit. We'll say haste. We can give the ninja flying. This will hit for 4. Nothing to sneeze at. Boink. Do this. Ninja time. Boop. Ninja, ninja. Okay. What's better than a 2/2 that draws a card? A 4/4 with flying that draws a card. Yes. It's the blue Rancor. Now with special sauce. It flies. Crunch. Yes. Well, that's interesting. Play the Gingerbrute. I want to imply... I'm just going to play the extra land. We've got 2 cards still. Yeah, you'd have to time it just right. And they wouldn't mind losing up to probably 5 lands at this stage here. These veterans are really meaning the end of my game here. I've really got to get the psychic whatever online here. Hopefully they kind of see the uselessness of a journey, and maybe our enchanted creature in game 2 at least will stay alive. But if it works, then they'll have it for game 3, and that'll suck. There's no cards in their hand. This is an interesting play. Well, I will block a lot of these flyers here. Let's block, block, block. Block, sure, here. And I'll block there. We're going to take 6, 7. All right. We've probably lost this game, but... Okay. Yeah, it probably is. Well, that's frustrating, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, we'll concede here. Take Nim's advice there. All right, we're going to bring in our 1 Hermetic Study. Smoke Shroud's good, but I'm going to cut 1. Gingerbrute really shined here. Very good for the ground crew. Very good for stopping everything else. I adore these in this list. I am not going to be getting rid of those. Ew, I think I could cut one of those. I do want our token generator here. Not sure if we even need to do that, though. Do we bring in a gut shot? I don't think it's worth it. With all these flyers... You know, I think I'm actually going to play all 4 Shrouds again because they do have Dawnbringer Clerics, and now that they've seen what we're up to, that might be relevant. So let's go like this. Yeah, that's a very good point with the enchantment killers, you're right. So because of that, let's lean on Gut Shot. Thank you for that insight, my friend. Get rid of a Raven. Our Mistblade's not going to do too much in this matchup. We're returning things that they, outside of a token, but then we've won by then. So I'll cut down to 1 of those. I'll lose 1 Wingcrafter, believe it or not, just because they have so many flyers that this isn't the amazing card that it usually is. But yeah, Dawnbringer's kind of a bummer. One time when you do want the Viridian Longbow, right? Maybe I cut 1 of those for 1 Longbow. All right, where'd my other pen go? There it is. I need new ink. All right, here we go. Yep. Yo. Wow, we're flooded. Mulligan. Good. Keep this. We're going to keep those. We don't need this for quite a bit. Boop. Done. Pow. Here we go. Longbow could be a bit of a investment. A lot of times this deck can only have like a couple of lands for a while. Sometimes Longbow can just be staring at you, only helping out Thoughtcast, but it's probably going to go in over 1 Gut Shot. So let me scry here. I got I'll throw that on the bottom. The type of thing, you throw that on the top, then you draw another land after that, and you're like, two's plenty for this list. Okay. I'm shooting that straight out of the way. Boop. Bye-bye. Alrighty. I would rather just Moon Circuit back the Silver Raven here to get the scry effect. So this card's really growing on me. It's an artifact creature with scry on theme. Really good for this list. Really bad in most other lists. Notice the theme. I'm glad we threw back that other land. We'll do this. If we see another land, then we know what to do with it. We'll say top. Do we really want? Yeah, top. This one I really like Moon Circuit Hacker. We can just, you know me and hating Flood and Screw, and this deck gets around both usually. Gets to 2 or 3 land, and we just start, you know, normally you want to keep recycling the Moon Circuit Hacker's ability so it looks like Deep Hours, and this one you're like, screw it. I'll just keep pitching these lands, upgrading. Our fans, Chihuahua, sent me one of the oldest videos Magic Gathering Strat sent of, me playing Simic Infect, the very first build. And so Hermetic Study was on my mind because I ran that and the Longbows and ended up back when you could 4-0 and win prizes instead of 5-0 now. It was pretty fun. Well, we have a discard package. I'm going to go for it here. I'm just going to press the initiative here. Rain of Blades isn't a thing in this format, so let's go. Attacko. They got one of those sacrifice an attacker. I forget what that one's called. Yes. Throw this out. Good times. Boop. Play a Walker. Yeah, Dreamer Stingo, it's a really close call. There are a lot of times when it really, really does matter, though. I really like this line of the Eagles with the, just grabbing a Plains this time, okay. But with that idyllic Grange, I think it is, with the +1/1s, that's proved to be enough last game, that's for sure. Swamp Mosquito going against the grain here. Okay. I guess they get rid of Moon Circuit here? No. Interesting. Fine with that. I sure wish Gingerbrute could sack for life at that stage. That would be sweet. Not land. Good times. Attack. Now we will do the Moon Circuit trick. Hacker to hacker. Boink. This to this. Boink. Draw 2 cards. Scry. Yes. Yes. Good times. Go like this. Play this. And what do we have here? Ooh, that's going to be good. Top. It's an artifact with Thoughtcast, and it taps the potential Skyfisher coming up next turn or something like that. So, yeah, even Journey is not that good. I think the best targets are 3/2 token generator, Moonblade Shinobi. 2 mana is respectable for that, but anything else, it's kind of a tempo loss. Speaking of tempo, not sure if gut shot's needed here. Holy light. So many times my board does get wiped and these walkers and ornithopters just come right back. Okay, do I do that now or do I just zap it? I'm going to zap it. Whoop, bye-bye. I'm going to cast another Hawk, and then we can tap it. Draw like 7 cards. Thoughtcast into Deep Hours, and then just whatever we want to do. Good times. Okay, Grange coming back probably. See how good that little mini Pestermite is? I love it. We know 3 of the cards in their hand. 1, 2, 3. Oh, we know all of the cards in their hand, I would imagine. All right, so here's an artifact. This helps. Okay. 2, 3 artifacts. I'll attack. I'll bring out the ninja here. Trying to land will be fine. Boop, boop. Yes. We'll get rid of that. Hate throwing that out, but we're going to say yes to this. Yes. I said yes. And let's see. Do we throw out a Thoughtcast just for tempo here? I don't think so. 1, 2 artifacts. Throw that out. Play this. They're at 3. Could pay 2 for a Thoughtcast. Not the greatest. Should have stacked that a little bit differently. Unless they have prismatic strands, this feels like we've got it. Gutshot doing a lot of work this game. Gonna clog the skies. There goes that and that. All right, off to game 3. Probably should have seen what I was going to draw next, but there we go. I'm glad they didn't see Hermetic Study. Maybe they do side out just about everything now. Silver Raven really helped there. Normally, I never cut Wingcrafter, but against this is just birds all the time. This is very underwhelming at this stage. I'd much rather have the Scry ability here and the early Thoughtcast trigger. So I'm going to cut 2 Wingcrafters. I forget what the Scarecrow does. Can you bring that up in the chat? I'd appreciate it. Curfew is going to do absolutely nothing. Maybe I should play Aetherburst for you old schoolers out there. I even thought of the Whiplash Trap. Actually, a card that almost made this list in the sideboard. I was going to play 2 foil in the sideboard. A lot of times you just have extra land and so many cards in your hand, and you can pitch while completely tapped out. Love this hand. Love it so much. That note I just hit reminded me. If anybody, I'm not this old, but way back there was this drawing cartoon in the late 70s called Picture Pages. And I think it was Bill Cosby, who was wholesome back then, would draw cartoons for kids and stuff. But it's the catchiest song ever. So we're doing a version of that eventually with PauperRBust, making it kind of like a kids show intro sort of thing. So that should be pretty funny. So next turn we're going to be able to Moon Circuit almost regardless, and then be able to of one mind too. You dudes, Dreamer Stingo? Oh, good. I'm glad it's not lost on everybody. I was afraid, So that's in the works right now. My buddy's in studio. I've already got the voices. It's so hard to get a sound alike. So I have a really good musician making the actual sound alike. So yeah, obviously it's like PauperRBust, time to get you. I forget what the lyrics are at this point. Believe me, you don't want to hear it at all because it'll get stuck on your mind for sure. Okay, we're fine saying that. That's a whole lot of nothing. Here comes some ninjas. Oh my goodness, this is just embarrassing. Let's just attack and double Moon Circuit. Why not? We need to talk about Cosby. Yeah, pretty good end of survey. I know that's about the only drawback, right? Is like it's like such a good song and such a wholesome little vibe, and I'm like, let's go. Focus on the positive instead of the monster he became, right? Yes and yes. 4 creatures, lots of ninjas, lots of artifacts. This is usually how the deck rolls. And we're going against kind of a nemesis matchup here. They're gaining life and they're going wide too, so they're going to have a lot of blockers and a lot of flyers. So we're not out of the woods yet. Oh boy. We might be if this continues. Oh, this is a prismatic play here. Alrighty. Let's Thoughtcast while we can. That's good times. Now I do like saying that if some dude shows up on the ground here. I'm gonna just do this here. We'll attack like this. It's probably a prismatic. Let's circuit back a hacker. Circuit back a walker. Draw lots of cards. We can discard Smoke Shroud because Ninja's going to show up next turn. Yeah, here comes prismatic. Pretty obvious. Decent card against us. Not the greatest. We have quite a few artifacts, and in a pinch we can Smoke Shroud our walkers. I mean, see also almost never. Cast this. Now if they're not paying attention, if we got our little tap dude shows up and they're not thinking clearly, we might be able to tap their dude before they cast Strands, which might just happen right now. Of One Mind will help us get there. Damn, big Phyrexia instead of big Pharma. I love it. Ultra Volcrine. Always marketing their Icar. Yeah, we've had a lot of love with the new VO of Phyresis and now our new commercial with Reality Acid / Naturalize. Anybody see that at the top of the show, or are we all too late? Let's draw some cards because we can. We got lots of options. Okay. Draw some cards. Sure. Let's see if he wants to use a prismatic on 1 mana, right? I'm just going to come in with these guys. It would be funny if he has to use it for 2, though, right? Let's just come in for 2. I'm feeling sneaky. You want to use that for that? Oh, does he have the thing? The Celestial. That's such a bad card against us with all these creatures. I mean, I only did that as a joke. They're loving it now, though. All right, we'll sacrifice that. They got us. When bad cards pay off, right? Or bad decisions. Especially game 3 after seeing what we do. We turn things sideways. It's what in a... Cool. It's great. I'm glad you took your whole turn to do that. We still have 3 artifacts. Good times. I think they overboarded here. Alrighty. Let's, we can't really do too much there. We can force this with the Wingcrafter. If I only attack with 1, I think that might be the better call. Again, we haven't seen Celestial Fair. I think they've overboarded. We'll say always yield. We'll make it Moon Circuit Man. Alrighty. I really just want him to attack with the actually we'll go like this. How you like that? You gonna block a walker? What you gonna do? Cool. Alrighty. I'll bring in a ninja. They'll do their little prismatic moves here, but we'll get our Smoke Shroud activated here. We'll say yes. We draw 2, or they prismatic. But we don't lose a critter this way. Cool. Very underwhelming. Okay. I've got lots of options here. Yeah, I've always tried to make soldiers work. I got to revisit that. In fact, I was just working on a Rebels build. 5 minutes. I better shut up. Focus on the list here. It's a very common board state. You just flood, flood, flood. We've got the trigger for that. Their prismatic's gone. Shooting that. Got a new commercial, courtesy of the Conan O'Brien show. based on Soul Warden. Funny take on penitentiaries here in the States. There's just not much of a payoff with Rebels. There's no like 8/8 Rebel with hexproof or anything that you can go grab. Alrighty, Wingcrafter is going to be representing some pretty good times here. Let's throw this on here. Shall we? I think so. Do I want to trade that? Let's just come over for these guys here. Which cat are we talking about? Oh, I should have clicked the other one first. I always forget Moon Circuit first so that Ninja shows up. Yes. Good. This. Yes, please. Ooh, that's a good card. Woo, that's a really good card. So good, so good, so good. These both have flying. Sure, we'll just go like this. Oh yeah, the light brick. Yeah, it's got those in there. That's. Oh wait, no, it doesn't. Yeah, I guess that could be a bit of a finisher. Alrighty, I've drawn almost 10 cards more than our opponent. Let's see if we can get there. Got 2 flyers. We've got a whole lot of flyers. It's going to be even more. Oh boy, this is getting embarrassing. Do we just attack with everything in Mistblade here? I believe so. Yeah, let's just attack here. We'll see where the cards fall. Where's your prismatic now? Okay. Those go. Interesting. 2, 3. Let me just Shinobi this in here. Another 3 damage. 6, 7, 8, 9. There'll be a 1. Booyah. Get the thing. Do this always first. They gain a life. Ninja shows up. Yes. Alrighty. That's good times. Okay. Alrighty. Clog the skies there. We're able to get there. Winning. Chicken dinning. I gotta use the restroom real quick. We'll be right back after these messages, everybody. Woo!
Tonight, what happens when the man up top goes to experience life on the bottom? It's Undercover Warden.
My name's Oliver Dalrymple. I'm the chief warden here at Mackinac County Penitentiary. As a warden, I'm tough but fair. I have fun with the prisoners, you know, teasing them, poking them with a stick, blasting them with a hose, put a rat in their soup, tell them their mother's here to see them. Then it's just me with the hose again. That's always my favorite. But I decided to walk a mile in their shoes. You know, go down and live with the scum in the squalor. Find out what it's like to be a real piece of human trash. Should be fun.
We set about completely transforming the warden's appearance. Full facial prosthetics, new skin tone, hand-laid facial hair, the works. He then refused to wear any of it because he, quote, didn't want to look like a damn buffoon.
I don't want to look like no damn buffoon.
Instead, he put on a bandana and an electrical tape mustache.
They ain't gonna know it's me. I'm gonna trick them. Why, hello there. The name's Jose Criminal. I'm a gangbanger from Ghettoville. I got the life sentence for six.
And we're back. Yeah, I made some new videos. Got a new commercial at the top of the show and that little gem. Alrighty. Well, we're going to do this to this, and then we're going to make 2 flyers on turn 1. How do you do that? Well, you do it like this. Boink. I'm in between rounds for a Pauper Commander tournament. Thought I'd stop by and say hello. Well, good luck to you, Bacon Master. Good to have you with us. We've got a Flying Ninja on turn 2 no matter what. Yeah, that was a big update the other day. I was like, what is going on? And then they had this weird little counter over here, and it since went away with the latest update. So I think enough people complained. Oh, you saw the email? Yeah, I was a bit late depending on the hour, right? Another white deck. Well, ooh, that's pretty good times here. Boy. Tempted. Well, let's, I'm most likely to bring back this if I, let me attack here. I keep things simple. I'm just going to bring out deep hours. I have a 2/2 flyer with flying. Hit for 3 this turn. Always yield. Yes. What's better than a ninja? A flying ninja. That stabbins at the end of the commercial reminded me. That video's not over. There's a couple more seconds to it, but I was laughing so hard when I saw that. I was like, there's a lot of wardens in Pauper. Good old Brian Stack is that actor. He's so good. Normally this is when they can stop ninja, but we are flying. Ooh, a Celestia build. Look at this. Here we go. Boop, 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 boop. Silver Raven showing up. Okay, we can just come over for 3. I don't know if it's worthy of that. I think I'm just going to let's attack with both. Bring back Moon Circuit, or I mean, we'll bring out Moon Circuit Hacker, right? Do this to here. Boop, 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 boom. Zapping. There we go. Okay. Yes. All right. Of One Mind's online. This is just getting embarrassing here. We'll play out Of One Mind. Play another dude. And what do we want to make fly? I guess Wingcrafter works no matter what. We'll just target the... yeah, I want to target that. There we go. Okay. Nothing to do except take damage. Looks like they got a prismatic strand to sort of turn here. Alrighty. Well, we can network disrupt that dude. Attempt to do a target the land here. You know what? I'm going to do that. I'm fine trading this at this stage of the game. Yep. There we go. Now we don't lose. That's fine with me. I'll play a Raven to see what we're going to draw into. I'm not too worried about removal. Ooh, that's really good. We'll say top. Play this out. There's just no reason to not just kind of go crazy here. Sunken City is an obvious option here. I'm not worried about this dude at all. Prismatic's irritating. Not the backbreaker it usually is. Thank you for that, Chimpskey. I better be careful. I played both of those. Smoke Shroud. Well, do they think it's worthy of that? Let's see. Let's attack here. Yeah. Let's do that. You got your little prismatic showing up. All right, cool. All right, bloop. Let's see what we draw next. Let's go. Unless they are running Holy Light. That could be a little depressing. Another good card, top. Why is he running 4? Because you want to discard stuff. Got to respect that prismatic strands. It's one of those, you ever hear that phrase, you know, in like football here in the States or football, American football, where it's like, step on their throat, you know, just kind of finish them. And these kind of decks are very good at doing that. You get such overwhelming advantage, you can usually just go wide and win. What's this? A Spore Frog. All right, we need the shop study package. They are planning on winning on time, I would imagine. Guywhowalksalone. And the show plenty. There we go. Do I want a Shroud here? I think I want to Shroud this. Happy to trade with El Ninjo. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. I'm going to do this. I can bring back... Oh, shoot. I thought I attacked with Disruptor. Nope. Darn it. I meant to bring back Disruptor. Incredibly defensive deck. Not sure why they're going green for this. They could just use Kami of the False Hope. Does the same thing and it's white. Same mana cost. Alrighty. I don't believe it's... I'd rather just sit back on that. Cool. Alright. Well, here we go. We'll draw first and say yes here. Discard a card? Sure. We'll get rid of that. I'd rather have some flyers here. We'll throw it on this. We've got a flying walker. Yeah, it just looks like it's going to just take forever and we might lose on time. You can never tell a guy walks alone. It's like running into a... Oh, okay. Oh. There goes our attacking, right? Yeah, with the mana base that they've got, it's going to get ugly quick with Spore Frog and that backup there. I'm just going to block. Could block and kill, but I want to do that. Nah, I'll just block. Get initiative back if we attack with our artifacts here. For some reason I thought smoke... Oh, that's right. Top Smoke Shroud and then we discarded it. I probably should not have done that. Alrighty. Dang. Come over with the flyers. I think we're going to bring back Network no matter what. Not sure if tripping that Paladin's going to be worth it here. Yeah, that's fine. I'm wondering if... Can I get that back? Yeah, that doesn't work that way. All right. I do want to get this back in my hand, though. So I'm going to bring out Shinobi or return this. Okay. Sure. Skyfisher's going to be in trouble. We've got blockers for days. Maybe they're running Frog and Kami. That'd be like the ultra defense, right? Not a bad idea. Run the full package. Happy to lose to Rogue. I just, I built this for the metagame, so. Spore Frogs and Kami of the False Hope. Very, very awesome cards, except for the end of turn with things like Gut Shot, so. Oh, they are running both. Okay, doesn't feel like we can win this one at this stage. Unless we, yeah, even then. I mean, we could top deck another Smoke Shroud, attack with our Phyrexian Walker or Ornithopter flying. Even then, they've got the Spore Frog Black back up. I'm about to submit here, guys. Yeah, I'm just going to do it now. We'll concede here. I can see where this is going. Very nice. I'm just going to call it Celestia D, like defense. Alrighty. I'm bringing those three. I'm going to love Gingerbrute here. This is so weird. I almost never side these out. In 2 games now, I'm siding stuff out. Smoke Shroud was kind of MVP there. Probably lose a Mistblade. One of these. God, I love this card. It's so good in this list. That's a very good call, Dreamer Stango, yeah. To make sure to maybe target those, right? Don't really think I'm going to be wanting to return too much stuff. Yeah, darn it. You're right. These are going to go here. We'll get rid of one of these. And another Wingcrafter. Let's try that. Let's go. Yeah, and then Dust to Dust grabs Longbow too, right? Yeah, I want to go first. Alrighty. Well, we've got an early ninja. That's about it, though. I gotta mulligan this. I got... Yeah, damn it. Keep this. Do I throw out Ninja? Throw out this. I'm just going to lean on this and go. I'm going to have to hard cast Hacker. We can discard Shroud, and then we can activate Ninja. I mean, that's like the worst line there. Vomits out artifacts. Sounds like a list I made. Boink, where were you last turn, you traitor? I think we just pass. They have a way to kill that, though. I'm going to play our Hacker right now. Just see scenarios here where I get really stultified if they have a turn 2 answer there. Fine discarding with the Moon Circuit. We can also just trip ours here. We've already hit one Celestial Flare in that other game. Let's attack with both. I'm fine with this extra mana. In case they're running Mana Tithe. I think that's going to do anything, right? I'll at least get 2 ninjas online here. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Hiya. We'll draw some cards this turn. Always, yes, always yield. Yes. Okay. Play our artifact. If we play a land, we have. Okay. Well, 5 cards a turn. I mean, 3 cards a turn. And our opponent's 1. What is this? New Devilry. Okay. Yeah, Dust to Dust is bad against us. I promise it really is. Point. Get out of here, sucker. Boop. Play this now. Let's open up the yards. Do this now. I'm going to attack here. Just with these guys. Keep Gingerbrute a little surprised. They might be able to play around there. You know what? I'll throw this back out here. Alrighty. Yes. Discard a card. I'm probably going to get rid of the Relic here. Sure. Okay. Play this out. Drop a Raven. Okay, let's see what we're going to draw here. Yeah, that gives flying. I'll say top. I don't really have... You know what? I'm just going to Shroud here. Let's go. Maximize our mana. Pretty flooded here. Visionary showing up. All right. We'll be flying over that dude. That sucks. Do they want to trip it now, though? We'll see. Wingcrafter. Attack. Oh, I meant to click on that, darn it. You fool! Always click on Moon Circuit first, so we can discard this land. Bye-bye. Boop. Thank you for the relic suggestion. I think 2 is just right in this style of list. So that Spore Frog's going to have to stay very honest. As far as a Game Warden goes, that's for sure. Alrighty, well, at least we'll be able to get rid of that Spore Frog lock, in theory. Lots of Wardens, though. That's all I was going for. Alrighty, cast this. Let's go, Froggy. Trip now or forever. Hold your lily pad. Boop. I think I just called it a game warden. Not sure what I called it. Okay, we'll be blocking that all day long. I like that. Jose Criminal. So ignorant. Exile what? What's he exiling? That? We might as well draw a card out of the deal. Maybe I shouldn't have pitched the Relic, huh? Turn off their little recycle engine here. Okay, I'll be blocking that all day long. No reason not to. What is this? Moment's Peace on top of everything else? Are you kidding me? Let me Raven here. Well, if this is a moment's peace, they're just going so deep into the defense here. I don't know if we can beat that. So our Gingerbrute doesn't make any sense playing it right now if they do have a moment's peace here. We'll just attack with our flyers and hope that we get stuff. Oh, I forgot. That's a prismatic play. Shoot! God, I should have attacked with it. Forgot that gained mana. I was like, what's going on here? All right. Oh, well. Darn it. Frustrating. Play back the hacker. I could, even though damage didn't happen, I could return this. The Raven. Play it again. A little subpar. We'll let that go. All right, that's a punt. Considered running a holdout settlement, survivor's encampment, and then, you know, playing a glitters, and it's just like, that's for one card, and you're really gumming up everything. And with 16 basics, this really only needs 1 or 2 lands to really win. All day long with this, we'll do this here. Favoring artifacts here for the strands math back there. Okay. There we go. Come over with these. Just got us every which way. I expected that last turn, then he prismatic strands. Now it's this one this turn. Dang it. Pretty sure they've got us here, guys. That's so much, and we know that we've already got rid of our relics. One of the more defensive decks I've ever seen. That's a good point, Dreamer Stingo. I think we've lost this one, guys. It's just too much defense. I mean, we've seen fogs, commies, prismatic, and moment's peace. It's a very neat take on this style. Very neat take. This ain't going anywhere, so I'll block with this. At least we're staying alive. Yeah, it might even be more than 12 fogs. Gosh, it's 8 just with, actually, what is that? It's 16 just with what's in the graveyard. Then you add Kami and Frog. That's 24 fog effects. It's half of a list. Alrighty, I don't think this does much of anything here. We can make this have haste. I mean, they've just got the answer in the Disruptor. Can tap this. Go like this. Force them to use the thing. Yeah, we've lost this one, guys. Gingerbrute's kind of our only holdout here. Getting initiatived to death here. There's a big old flyer. Yeah, this is like running into an all life gain deck if you're on red, you know, just stuff happens. Well done, Guywhowalksalone. I am just going to run away from this. Concede, we've finally lost. Boop. Alrighty. Guys, I got to get some more coffee. I'll be right back right after this.
Introducing the Elf on the Shelf menu at Naya's. Put flavor counters on the stack. Of pancakes, that is. Oh, what snow-covered funnel cakes. Or try our Borals burrito. And kids eat free every day from 4 to 10 p.m. But it's only for good boys and girls. So be good for pancake's sake and try our Elf on the Shelf menu only at Naya's.
All right. Well, congrats to Guywhowalksalone. Played many of their lists over the years. And there's yet another one. Very, very just all-in defensive take on that. As we can see, we didn't have too much. Probably should have kept that relic, that's for sure. Might have had a fighting chance had we kept that. Changes moving forward. Really like main deck. Could consider one more Brute over a Silver Raven. Seems to be slightly more relevant more often. I just don't like to pay that mana early to activate a ninja is the reason why it's 2/2. Hey, let me see here. Curfew is kind of a necessary evil against hexproof. We really don't have a way around that. Them gaining tons of life with the Armadillo Cloak and staying in it. So I think the curfews and the blast kind of have to stay. So these are the areas we can mess with. So maybe cut a study for a bow. I don't know. There's plenty of games when it's the opposite's true, right? Especially when it's game 2 and 3 and then, you know, your artifact removal shows up. I think we argued losing one gut shot for a longbow. Let me see. Bow. I don't think I have any hotkeys set for that, do I? Am I still talking? Yes, I am. Hey, I thought I had this set to, that's weird. Longbow. It's weird that it didn't show up. There we go. Let's try this as we move along. Keep the 1/1/1. We still got 4 answers for 1/1 peskeys, like a sacred cat and such. Still got the 2 relics. Feels pretty good. We've got 3 options in Curfew. We are drawing so many cards. In Curfew, oftentimes we can just bring back our Ornithopters. So, really thought we were going to go undefeated on the day, but Rogue sent us packing, which is usually what I say to people. So, not quite sure why nobody wants to join our matches. Let's play this dude. Quite a few updates this week with Magic Online. I'm not quite sure what they were thinking. I don't know if any of you played that weird little counter thing down here. It was really weird. We're going to keep this. Oh. I think we disrupt here, even though it's kind of a waste play. Because we're going to just get it back via ninja. I've got like 2 sets of tea out and my coffee. It's like, I am the drink master. Okay. We're going to do this. We'll just tap our own land here. Yeah, I think they got a lot of bad feedback on that in Chimpskey. I was one of them. I was like, what the hell's going on here? Just like an extra click process. And it did force you to play your spell first. We're fine with this. Strange play. I don't think I'd waste a bolt on that personally, but knowing ninjas are usually right behind things, why not? Come on, opponent. Attack! Yeah! About 8 years ago, there was a goblin summer that happened, and people were starting to main deck, you know, pyroblasts and such. That was a fun time. I wonder if that's going to reach a nemesis. Ooh, old school goblins. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, well, let's turn on our ninja here. Plenty of mana. Attack here. Ninja's probably dead. Next turn, though. But hopefully it stops a critter from landing. Maybe we can even find a... oh, all right. Well, that was... we won't even count that. That was frustrating. We'll play here. Didn't even write it down, so... note to self, go block that person. Or to any of you. Maybe the word will catch on enough and we'll be set. All right, we like this. It's a little subpar. Really want to draw a Thoughtcast with a hand like this. My goodness. Keep. When are they going to print a 0/0 or 0 costing 0/1 artifact with flying that has haste? That would be pretty exceptional. Wham! First turn hacker. Let's go, geology. Gorgy. Maybe you could close with Propaganda Wall of Shame and scroll the list of quitters. Ooh, that's not a bad idea. Put the fear of God of people out there, right? Be like, don't quit. That would actually be good for the game. Good, it's another red list. We've got plenty of blockers, but we will be taking one. Haven't had too much experience with this recently, so I don't know if our 6 blast effects are enough. Clogging the board is usually good enough. We'll see. Alrighty, let's go. Boom. We're playing like a 0 list, which I will be playing again before the end of the year. It's a little too popular not to. Do this. And let's not forget, Gingerbrute is blocked by Monastery Swift Spear all day long. They both have haste. One of the only playable creatures with haste. Or only 2 playable creatures with haste are right here. Come on, let's just top deck a Thoughtcast. That'd be so sweet. What's better than a turn 1 Swift Spear, a turn 1 Gingerbrute with 3 other creatures? Woo! No attackies. Let's go. It's so quiet. I can hear the clock like 60 feet away from where I'm sitting. That's what my fingers are doing. Yeah, that could be a 1/2, but it's usually us blocking that, sacrificing for 3 life. Come on, George. Goose George with his little avatar of choice there. Done that. Oh yeah, is the new set out yet? I didn't know if it was released yet. Actually, just didn't even look. I forgot if it's officially out online. I didn't think it was, but yeah, this is so frustrating. Just double block. It's like, what? We don't even have to activate Brute. We can just attack with Moon Circuit Hacker. Clog the board. Does anyone know if it's online? Officially, not a guess. I haven't looked. Anybody online right now can check pretty easily if you just... Alrighty. Well, that's even better. Shall we attack with this? I guess we'll just play good old Deep Hours here. This is game 2. I might prefer the Hacker. Let me do this. Boop. Always this, always yield. That's fine. Did we play land? Yeah, okay. I just have so much stuff out, it feels like. Attack into that, sucker. Happy to trade with Swift Spheres. If they don't draw a land, we might be in Scoopsville here. Let's go, George. What you got? Woo! Saw a new Netflix show with Michael Fassbender called The Killer last night. Very smart for that kind of movie. Don't highly recommend it, just recommend it. If you've got nothing better to do and you feel like a good action flick, it's right up there. Nice new take on kind of the assassin sort of angle. Pretty realistic. Come on, George. Make sure George is still with us. Yep. George is here. I think a graveyard's going to be very relevant here. Let's go, George. Okay. Epicure showing up. Yep. I'm happy to trade this with those. It's probably regretting terribly. Oh, wait, no, that was that different game. I was thinking that Quitter was still here. Okay. Well, we could just go here, sacrifice, do the thing. I think I want to keep that dude back. We just attack with these guys. We'll get rid of some stuff. They're probably going to double block this, which is fine. Worst case scenario, we got a Gingerbrute for 3 life block. All right, that's fun. Good times. Expecting some sort of trick. Ooh, that's going to be fun. Well, we've got some good options here. We'll clog the board. Clog the board. And I think we'll sit back. We can always gain life with this. We've got some weird effect here. Yeah, a lot of times the bots don't have them for a few days because everybody hoards them and wants lots of monies. Ooh, man, my fingers are getting cold. The temperature is swinging out this way. Not cold yet, but we're closing the door a lot sooner in the evenings. Hard to beat Mana Screw if it's affecting you, right? Do I want to just trip that now? I don't know. I would have done that before your... okay, it still is main. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to see another critter here. Tempted to trip that Gingerbrute now. I think I'm going to. Okay. The match, good grief. I gotta call one of those. They're both red deck quitters. All right, let's go. I'll try to play a 6th one after this because of what's been happening here. Note to self, go back and block. Maybe that's why I'm not being able to, what do you call, I'm sitting here and I have a lot of blocked quitters, so maybe they're trying to, they can't see me. Maybe that's why we're running into a little bit of this, but yeah. Oh, all right, here we go. Cool. I would share my blocked list, but it's very long, and I don't think you can really right-click download those things. All right, we've got 2 flyers on turn 1. Yeah, we'll keep this. Surprisingly good hand. We'll keep. Red, red. I think Wingcrafter is very underplayed right now. Really good card. Play this and a Wingcrafter. 2 flyers, turn 1. Not bad. Another one right behind it. Okay. Boop. Seat's our best draw here. Tough to use a lightning bolt on critters of that value, but I'm going to turn in a card draw. That's another goblin list. Interesting. Goblins. Be able to attack with both. Still have a blocker back. This is good times. Don't really... I mean, I could use this, but I'd rather draw the card now. Let's attack with both. We'll get our blocker back in the Walker here. Attack. Hopefully we draw into a land. Let's go seat. Oh, I almost clicked on the Mistblade there. Oop. We'll do this. Still 2. Yes. Flying Ninja. Okay. Yep. Oh, all right. Seat. Thank you for listening to me, list. I always like when that happens. Booyah. Booyah. And booyah. Okay. We'll make this flying. Hope you guys like this list. Outside of a 30 card fog list, pretty good. I love me some dispels, but not in this style. I will take those weird losses. However, if I was to force them in, I would probably lose 2 of the blasts so that you'd still have 2 cards against red for like Fire Blast and Lightning Bolts and stuff, but just not as desirable. Okay, I think we're going to start returning tokens given what we're seeing here. I like this. Let's attack. Attack! Everything's flying. Bring back a hacker. Tempted to Shinobi here. I'm not gonna. Oh, zeal. Yes. Yes. Okay. Play this. Play another Wingcrafter. Hey, you ever have 6 flyers on turn 3? Check this out. Didn't know there were that many. Well, there are if you count zeros. Bloop. Let's see. Clark can Shaman show up, right? Trip for 1. Oops, doesn't get anybody. we have here? Bushwhacker. Oh, no. More Marshall. Okay. I don't think Hermetic Study is worth this here. I'd rather just counter spells with Hydroblast, so don't want to get too cutesy with the sideboard. Oh, look at this. Maybe we've lost. Cart Kent Shaman. Well, that's interesting. Okay. That's a lot of damage. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 if we block. They're hellbent, so we will. So we take 12. Block. Do that. They're going to have to pay for that War Marshal. I prefer to block with these guys at this stage now. With the Smoke Shroud there. I think we'll go like this. Misplayed this. Yes. Hacker this. Yes. Hacker this. And I guess I could misblade again. That'd be pretty funny, right? Why not? We're here to have fun, right? Bloop. Bam! Lots of ninjas, baby. Woo! Yes. 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 Do you want to use this ability? No, I think I'd rather not. I'll just sit back and hope things don't happen. Tough call. Wingcrafter, Mistblade. Good times. The little fizzle sound, right? Bushwhacker here is pretty good. 2, 4, 6, 8 would be just enough to kill us. Ren's resolving a mountain bushwhacker. Alrighty. Hopefully they don't run away like all the other red pilots. W there. Let's bring in the whole slew because this looks like it's just an all-in red list. Smoke Shrouds, okay, but I'm fine with 2 of those. This will be good for later. I kind of like seeing these, but I think 2's enough. Interesting. Yeah, a lot of blockers, a lot of blockers. We'll keep the life. We'll keep that. Disruptor's not going to be so good here. These are going to be really good. Let me get rid of one of these. Let's go. Here we are. Alrighty. Yeah, I told you guys last week we played a standard, kind of a standard tier 1 list in Jeskai, and sure enough the numbers went boop like that. Double Walker with hate. I'm leaning on keeping this. We're on the draw. Any human, any artifact, and we're in this. I'm going to keep this. Got a very even hand here. We know to counter their big Anthem effect. Not Anthem, Dark Ritual effect. What's this? Ooh, that's a good goblin. That's a very good goblin. So good I might just turn 1, blast it. Well, we're almost to, you know what, math. 1 more artifact and we can Thoughtcast for 1, but we can just do it next turn 2. I think I'll sit back on Hydroblast. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, Yeah, let's stop that from happening. That's a really good card. They're at 3. Such a frustrating board. When you add ninjas to this, it's just like, wow, this has some staying power, even though it's a kind of a bad draw. Worst case scenario, we Thoughtcast this turn for 2 mana. Hopefully we draw some sort of artifact critter, maybe a raven or something. Well, that's a little better. I'd rather do that. Let's attack with this. Maybe they have a Fireblast. We'll see. If we draw a land, this will be really good, especially if it's a seat. We'll be drawing all kinds of cards. Always yes, always yield. Okay, fine with this. We've got Of One Mind next turn. We've got Moon Circuit. Good times. The ground has been stultified. I've been eating I've always been a fan of liver. I know most apex predators are, but even as a kid, I really liked it around the holidays. And I listened to some new podcast with this nutritionist, and they were raving about it. And so like me, I went all in and had it for like 3 or 4 days straight. And up till yesterday, I didn't have any today because I found out you're not supposed to have it every day. I was just euphoric. It was like I was on a caffeine high all the time. I was like, wow. I'm like, how can more of this be bad for you? It's like food crack. But I guess it has too much vitamin A and copper, which I've always heard you just pass through your system. And I don't know. Any nutritionists out there want to let me know in the chat for future reference? Just it's weird. It's like, I know that's the old axiom, right? Don't have too much of a good thing, but that was weird. Interesting. I could Moon Circuit here for that. I don't think I'm gonna. I'm just gonna Of One Mind main right now. Boop. Do this. If we don't hit a land, this is going to feel like a bad play if we Thoughtcast right here, but we're very likely to hit it. The other option is just to attack with Hacker Ninja, Hacker that. I think we're going to hit a land. Let's go. We did. Now, I can attack with just the one. I think I'm going to do that. I'll save this little play for next turn. I want them to have to pay for that main phase. I'm not going to attack with Ninja here. We'll attack if you want to. Yeah, I could see that. I was feeling on cloud 9. I still am a little bit. I mean, outside of my that's what was really weird was then I caught something and it's like, what? I'm supposed to be like impervious at this stage, right? All right. Good luck attacking. Clogging the board. I wish there were more. I was thinking of like shadow creatures stuff, but not too many there. I think I would have sacrificed the token to itself to at least get a 2/2 out of the deal there and threaten that you could attack. I might not have blocked, but I mean, we have all 4 of our walkers out, so probably understood. Mountain enters the revealed. They play it, it's gone. I like how it gets rid of it for you if it's the same thing. That's nice. That's new. You also learned one of my favorite chocolates. I like the 100%, but those are loaded with a lot of metals. A little too high of a count, so I'm trying to cut those two, or trying nothing I have. This coming from the kid that played with Mercury for summer after summer. Maybe that's where my madness comes from. Here we go. I like this draw. We'll do this for free. Gotta be really careful where tilapia is sourced from. Boy, there are some shady practices on farms. I'm gonna make we'll make our ninja flying here. Let's attack. It's going to cost him a dude. We'll just do that. Well, at least Moon Circuit here. Boop, boop, boop. This feels really over already. okay. Down goes... I'm fine overextending here. I'll play the Raven, make sure maybe we can find a Hydroblast. That's pretty good too. We'll say top. Gets to be an embarrassment of riches at this stage. This is why I kind of like to think about having foil in the sideboard. Maybe just 2 of them. We don't need these cards. Yeah, Tilapia eat just about everything. I've seen some pretty nasty stuff of like literally them eating like chicken excrement in like a pond and stuff. So don't get it from Thailand, I think was the main place they were doing that. If you look on the back. All right, we'll do this. Let's just attack here. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. I guess we bring this back. Crunch. Yes. Good times. This deck gets embarrassing. Yes, we pass. All right. And a Bushwhacker here. We have so many blockers. Pretty safe. They feel stuff early. They defend us mid to late. Their flying power goes through. I'm telling you, Wingcrafter is so good in this list. It doesn't make 1 flyer, it makes 2. It turns itself into 1. You return it, and then you play it again for optimum evasibility. Invasion? Making words up. Gotta be frustrating. You want to be the aggro deck, and you can't really attack here. Do we just go crazy here? Hey, let's attack. Boom, boom, boom. Don't care, don't care, don't care, don't care, don't care. Well, let's go. Cut down some of these numbers one way or the other. All right. The match. I said we would play 1 more, and we will. Let's go. Oh, never mind. We're watching a game now. Let's go. We'll play 1 more. I have done that. We have swapped the longbow. This will be game 6. I've had some quitters, so I want to be honest with you all. Coming up on the 3-hour mark, hopefully. Yeah, really liking where this is sitting here. You could technically turn these into dispels if you wanted a little bit of counter magic. And it might be the right call depending on how much I can clog the ground here. Oh, I highly disagree with that, Dreamer Stingo. I love seeing that card. We're going to mulligan this. Land 2 flyers, turn 1. I like this. But we don't really have a payoff, do we? Damn double Thoughtcast. I got a feeling I'm going to keep this. I'm going to mulligan. All right, we'll keep. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Really want to see into the future a little bit more than I do want to tap something down. So we'll get rid of this and probably this. Done. Come on, show me an island. Bottom. 1 card closer to another. Especially when you top deck a Wingcrafter and there's a clogged board. Your ninja suddenly starts drawing you cards. Oh, come on, list. Come on. Well, we have another one mine next turn. Another reason Wingcrafter's good, that human ability. I'll say okay. Always choose this because then our Wingcrafter becomes blockable. I mean, flyable. Flyable. Is that a word? Yeah, we'll do that. Now we have Stratosphere Silver Raven, capable of going to the ozone and back. The hell with cloud range. Let's get out of oxygen range. Booyah. See, one of you all sent me that. I know I already mentioned it, but I didn't finish my thought. The original Simic Death Touch list. I think it was Bava or Magic Gathering Strat, or the same person maybe, that replayed a lot of my tournament footage back then. It was back when the old layout and this was all like brown looking and stuff. It was pretty cool. Yeah, Familiars might be a pain in the butt, especially with this draw. We double mulligan here. Now I really want my Mistblade back for those Familiars, if it is this. But it looks to be. Yeah, this looks to be Familiars. All right, well, let's draw now. Oh my goodness. Well, at least we've got a Mistblade here. Can't really counter ninjutsu. I'll return the Silver Raven, have a flying Shinobi that keeps Familiars off the board as we hit for 2 a turn. Things don't improve. What do we have here? Yep, everything's right. All right, there's a reason I play 3 Shinobis. Here's one of them. Let's remember this whole game. We double mulliganed. Attack. Don't really want to return this card unless it's right now. They have a snap. They might still be in it. Well, we're going to know if they have a snap real quick. You know, the more I think about it, the more I'm thinking I'm a little too slanted against red. The second I take out those extra 5 and 6 blast, I'm just going to get steamrolled, though. But maybe those dudes belong as dispels. But the second you go to a league, man, it's like 3 out of 5 is going to be that, right? Good grief. Raven, help me out here. Good God. Land. Okay, top. Whew. Let's go attack. They have a snap now or not? We will keep doing this. There's no drawback to it. We still do the damage. Yep. Horrible hand against a great deck. Stuck at 1 mana. Hard to get online when you have a flying permanent that returns something every single turn. We have another one in hand. They don't have snap. This is actually a pretty tough position. There's that. There's that. I'm considering bringing both back. I think I'm going to do that. Okay. Alrighty, I like this. Boom, boom, boom. Attack with everything. Bring back the Raven. You want to counter that? Go for it. Booyah. This one goes here. Keep these very similar. Okay. Boing, boing. Yes, yes. Yep. They want to counter a Raven. That's fine with me. Quadruple Thoughtcast. Sure. That'll get me a 3 for 5. It's not so much a liability, Dreamer Stingo, because we're running like 36 creatures. It's pretty hard to not draw one. The only thing we have other than lands and draw 2 spells is creatures. Well, that was a horrible double mulligan hand against a very top deck. And we beat it. Hermetic Study's not going to do anything. Relic is. Curfew is nice. I think I can get rid of one of these. I like these. I really like these. Not sure if Curfew is the answer here. I think we're going to bring in 2 relics. Probably lose a Gingerbrute. Let's try that. We'll see how the league goes. If I run into nothing but red, I think I'm right with the board the way it is. But if you have a very balanced metagame, I think the other call might be better. We'll keep this. We're kind of a deck that Snap is always a good card. I'm not going to say it isn't. But as we're seeing with a lot of our Bounce Ninja effects, a lot of times you don't want to return that creature, and especially if we have like 0 casting cost stuff, because it's not a tempo loss for us, right? They buy a turn and then we ninja it back. Okay, we'll play this. This. And this. 3 creatures. Oh, I love multiple Wingcrafters because that's how you can get 2 or 3 flyers on turn 1. Right in a ninja, and then your ninjas have flying. I don't know what's not to like. He really seems stuck on that argument, Dreamer Stingo. All right, what shall we return? Probably the Walker. Ooh, that's a good card in this matchup. Let's do this in case there's any sort of shenanigans. Triple flying. Screw that. Let's go. Woo! Okay. Yo. Cool. Really like this. They'll probably counter our Network Disruptor next turn. Have I played that? Have I played it? Have I played it? Yeah, I want to do that next turn and tap their land if they're not using it here. Right, Dreamer Stingo, but the entire deck is an enabler. It's literally all creatures outside of drawing stuff to draw more creatures. Okay, yep. Well now. I think we Network Disrupt the island here. What's he got? Or we could do this dude here. Yeah, this is a tough one. Let's do this. Then our circuit gets through. We'll play this. Attack for this, this, and this. We'll be discarding our Smoke Shroud if things don't improve. Bring this back. Do they have a snap? This. Apparently this is very good about beating. Actually, I want to keep that in our hand. We'll do that. Okay. Yep. Boop. I'll save that for discard. We don't really need that. Pretend that we have something called counter magic. Maybe like an all-white sky, like what we ran into, like, but we did beat that bird list. In that case, then Wingcrafter is just, you know, but it does just provide blockers, especially with a 0/3 body. I like these digital pauses. It kind of suggests like, oh crap, I don't have a snap in hand. Maybe they do now. Okay, we'll disrupt that. And if that fails, then we'll just Smoke Shroud. We might do both. Ooh, this is getting tasty. I'm going to disrupt again. We could target that if we wanted to. I think I'll do this so that they just kind of have to react to something here. Hacker, I guess, right? Things don't improve. I'll just do that. I mean, if they want to return it, then we just ninja it. Prismatic, okay. Well, that's unfortunate. That's a good way around it. Okay. I think I'll just play, yeah, maybe I should, it's easy to say that now. Oh, I should have disrupted that there, but, okay, let me, do I do this on here? That'd be interesting. Obviously, the Mistblade is pretty awesome. We'll just do that. If they want to snap it, that's fine. Our hacker's just going to get back our Smoke Shroud. It gives that illusion of getting 2 for 1. It doesn't. It's just like Rancor. It just keeps coming back. Something smells familiar. I mean, if you do have snap, what do you do here? Buys you a little bit of tempo, but kind of resets everything for me. You don't even get the enchantment. I think they're discovering that. Looks like they have snap with this little alrighty. It's a flashback prismatic turn here. Even if we did have 2 dispels, doesn't mean we'd have them in hand right now. We'll Thoughtcast now. Oh, look at this. See what's important to him, eh? All right. I guess we just attack with everything, right? Make things easy. Flashback your little prismatic. I'm going to hack our network so we can tap their Azorius here. Force them to kind of use prismatic now. Unless they want to let me do a lot of stuff. Want to let me draw cards? Okay. Ornithopter's hit for 0. Woo! Yeah, we've got 4 artifacts out. Keep that Walker for Moon Circuit fodder. I'll do that. I hope this isn't the Stonehorn. Mold Drifter showing up. Alrighty. I'll just tap that and fly over. Things don't change. I can't think of a good snap target here. Happy to catch you live. Penguin Ringer back. Been very busy. Sweet tech. Yeah, we've only lost 1 to a deck that had literally 30 fogs in it. Okay, looks like they're holding on a prohibit. That disruptor could get interesting. Well, let's try the disruptor. Tapping the Mole Drifter. Thank you for that, Sherrod. Might as well. Let's go for broke. As good as that Network Disruptor is, living up to its name, maybe we bring back a... Oh, that's funny. He's returning the ninja. Okay. Good times. We will... Oops. Let me see. Which should I want to bring back? I guess we'll bring back the Disruptor. Okay, say yes. And okay. Block shoot. Boom. Bounce this. Use your mana. Yes. Play that. Double hacker here. I'll just hold on that. I'll let the fogs out. Oh, that's so funny. I hope he called it that. Oh, let the fogs out. Tell ya, look at that. See, it's getting respect. Mistblade's dead. Smoke Shroud's out. Now then. Slipping away from us. Silly as bouncing ninjas are, certain decks it is just kryptonite. And this is one of them. Remember last game we won and we double mulliganed and had bad draws. We were able to just stay in it though. Guy who walks alone. Yeah, you need to rename that, dude. 28fogs.deck. Okay, this feels pretty good here. Let's disrupt. You know what? I think let's try this. Let's get in here. Oh, if I do that differently, and that goes there. Let's just attack with everything. Bring out El Ninja. Yeah, that sounded pretty sweet. Alrighty, I'm just going to bring out the ninja. I think I'm going to keep bringing back these disruptor plays. It feels like we're falling behind a little bit, but that way we can just keep tapping their options until we draw some lands here. It would be nice to draw some lands here. Always, yes, always yield. I like this. We'll rock here. I'm going to play Wingcrafter. Target this. There we go. Keep that Walker for the fodder. Want to return my ninja, please? Uh-oh, that could go a long way. Our ninja's safe from the last breath, but not much else. What do they target? How are we down on time? Oh, Echoing Truth showing up. Interesting. Ooh, man, my hands are cold. No secrets in this game. They have an Echoing Truth in hand. It's going to cost him 1 blue. Probably have Prismatic on top of that, I would imagine. Our Ephemerate at this point, waiting for our little Disruptor play. We'll do it. Let's see if they've got it. It's probably just a Prismatic here, right? Because of what we're up against, I'm going to attack with everything. This feels like Prismatic. What is there? What are they doing? Okay. I guess if you really want to kill Wingcrafter, maybe? Let's bring this back. Okay. Wow, I really thought Strands was headed our way. Yeah. So there you go. Well, technically, we won 5 games, but we played 6, and Guywhowalksalone sent us packing with his super defensive list. Guywhowalksalone, I'm sure a lot of people are going to want to see that list. If you don't mind sharing, send it to paupergan@gmail.com in a downloadable format, please. And I'll try to put that in the description below, because I'm like, usually if we do have a good outing and one deck beats us, everybody wants to see that one. Anyway, guys, hopefully I'm feeling better by next week. There's no reason, unless I can't talk, I would cancel the show. I know I get a lot of razzing from you guys with deluxeicoff, meaning I usually catch something, but hopefully my health is on the mend. I'm going, oh, cool. All right, still, you'll send it. Rock on. So look for that from Guywhowalksalone in the description below. You'll see this list and that one. Oh yeah, here's that point of the time when we ask. All right, well, I think I was mentioning this, but I'm going to chill on this idea. But almost what did we learn? These 2 blue elemental blasts could be Dispel. But the second you do that, you're going to run into nothing but red, and they're going to be sorcering you to death and your creatures, and you're going to wish they were other things. But for maybe a more casual environment, more flexibility, if you're new to this format, maybe run Dispels there. I'm going to play this as I'm listing it here in a league coming up, and I'll try to share it on my community tab sometime today or tomorrow. I'm not quite sure. And yeah, 49ers are playing early tomorrow, so I'm kind of in I got to play pickleball really early. I don't know if I'm going to be sick in the morning, feel up to it, that sort of thing. But regardless, I'm going to be playing a lot of Magic, as I do every weekend. You know me, glutton for punishment. Love this format. Love all of you. Thanks for hanging out and doing all that. Please like and subscribe. Spread the word. And we're going to go out with a little how cards get banned in Pauper. Thanks, everybody. And we'll see you next time on Pauperganda. Adios.